You know, it's absolutely and completely grand. Neither they are. But I will tell you one thing. There's many things in life that can have you, you know, basically a stop. One of those parts where you have to think to yourself, hold on a minute, why am I doing this? See, when you get to one of them points, you want to know the thing you need to do. Oh, so they are. But I'll tell you, the thing you need to do when you get to one of them points is you have to operate underground. I'm not sure what that means at all, but it's a saying. You operate underground, it's doable. Now me, what I would do in any situation, whether that be talking, just say right, I'm in a conference, I'm in a confrontation with a morph-headed giant, and he's like 1900 feet tall. Well, I'm just a shrimp compared to him, right? No compared to an ant. Now take an ant for example, that's teeny, that's smaller than that, right? Right, I'm looking up at, right, how's it going to hear me? I'll just tell you how it's going to hear me. Common sense. If ever something doesn't make sense, common sense. You know, unusual sense, that's not the same. Unusual sense is the crap you get through to the ground. It is there, it goes, but it's alive. You don't want uncommon sense. Uncommon sense is like rare sense, you know, a sixth sense. I mean, what's one sense, two sense, six sense? You know, it's American currency and it's no needed. Go up the mountain, sit there, think about what you're doing, pray to your God, and then basically when it comes down to it, when you're at the end, you know, get your sword, slash it down on the giant's, well, jump and slash it down on the giant's knee, it's Achilles heel, depending on how big the thing is. Just wham, smash, bang, take the thing out, punch it in the face, well, not exactly the face, punch it in like the leg, and then like make sure like grab it, no it's just pull it by the toe and knock it to the ground. That is how you have a conversation with a giant, because they don't talk, right? You need to know these things if you're coming to Scotland. You're going to have a conversation with a giant. You're not going to have a conversation, you're going to have a confrontation with a giant. And that giant is going to be pissed and it is going to be angry. And those two things it can take into two different accounts. We see the same thing, it has one for every single emotion. Then most of those emotions require taking your brain in its hand when you're still alive and showing you've been crushed. No very nice thing to happen. No. Almost happened to me once, but I managed to not be there, so it didn't. If you're ever going to have one where a dwarf, you need to watch it, because they're all battle axes, right? These battle axes, these are hauling. They're huge. They're not small. They're not like this. You know, look at the battle axes. Technically, a barbarian should be holding them type of ones, but no, a dwarf. If I could hold a battle axe that size, you'd be like, how the hell is he holding a battle axe that size? No, it doesn't make sense. Well, that's just what it's like. You need to, you know, hit it right in it. Well, not in it, because there's nothing there. Just down a bit and try and hit it in the head, you know, maybe kick it in the face, you know, because you're not going to have a conversation with a dwarf, you're going to have a confrontation, because that's just the way they are. But we thought actually, can you come to Scotland? There's so many things all over the joint. So many Americans try to speak Scottish that when they do it sounds like this. And it doesn't sound really Scottish, because it's not real Scottish, it's Scottish slang, it's the way they believe we speak. Although we actually speak like this. But still, that is no, we have to do it like this, because it has to be done like this. It's tradition. Ask the tyrant, for example. I mean, take the tyrant, for example. The tyrant, he's not exactly any type of, what is it? He's a tyrant, you know, he's not me, he's different, he's got his own personality, he's got his own show apparently. But that don't, you know why that is? Near they are. But I'll tell you, it's because he's better than me. And I can admit that, because I'm the better person. Funnier, wittier, smarter, and more confrontational with a camera. also I can hold the camera in a position where it doesn't move. That is very useful. Whereas he has it all over the joint, and he does a niddy lot thing where he puts it right where the light's behind you, or has it in such a way that you can hardly make out what he's doing. Oh, you know, that's irritating because I try to make out, and he does this sort of facial expression when he's talking. It's like, I don't understand that. I would more like the sort of one, you know, what are you doing beyond the camera, you person who seem to be watching me? But no, it never works out the way you want it to. And if you really want a proper fight for barbarian, right, best thing to do against a barbarian, the barbarian will rip off his shirt. So if you rip off your shirt like so, you have to get ready to take this thing head by head, head by head. So you have to be, you know, and you have to punch it so fast, it's not going to stand a chance against it. You're going to have to rip this thing to shreds, take it out, grab it, thrash it around, take it around, back it, put it around, take it around there, over there, done, smash, get done like that, take a weapon. And that is how you take it to barbarian. You got the door, you see it in the films. Never the way it's done. You make sure you do it the right way, because if you don't, you're going to die.